we have to use the general formula of chi-square test of independence. We have to use the general formula of chi-square test of independence. Chi-square test of independence. So general formula is that chi-square is equal to summation FO minus FE, FO minus FE whole square divided by FE, where this is a symbol of chi-square and chi is equal to summation of FO minus FE. FO is the observed frequency in a particular cell for the row cross column table, whereas minus FE is the expected frequency in a particular cell if H naught is true, is whole square divided by FE. FE is the expected frequency in a particular cell. Okay, so this is a general formula for chi-square test of independence. This is a summation for all cells. This is a summation for all cells, where FO observed frequency minus expected frequency in a particular cell of the row and column table whole square divided by FE. FE is a expected frequency. S is a formula, same formula for the chi-square goodness of fit test. Whatever the formula which we have used in previous lecture for the chi-square goodness of fit test, the same formula is here implied with the frequency FO minus FE whole square divided by FE. Whereas FO is equal to observed frequency in a particular cell of the row cross column table, and FE is the FE is equal to expected frequency expected frequency in a particular cell, So this is basically the null and alternative hypothesis. Null hypothesis says that there is no relationship or association between these two categorical variables, whereas alternative hypothesis says that no, there is some kind of relationship between them. The two categorical variables are dependent. So for this concerns, we have a general formula for chi-square test of independence. Chi-square test of independence. Chi-square is equal to summation for all cells F naught minus Fe divided by Fe whole square divided by Fe, whereas F naught is the observed frequency in a particular cell if the row multiply column table, whereas Fe is the expected frequency in a particular cell of the row multiply column table. So here Here chi square for the row multiply column table has row multiply column table has r minus 1 c minus 1 degree of freedom, degree of freedom, which we can say df. So we have already discussed about the degree of freedom. These are the values free to vary under certain conditions. Assumed each cell has in the contingency table has expected frequency. So each cell has in the contingency table has expected frequency of at least one. How the expected cell frequency is as follows. So expected cell frequencies is equal to FO observed frequency is equal to R means row total multiply column total multiply column total divided by n. So here you can see expected cell frequency F naught is equal to row total multiply column total divided by n, where R row total is equal to row total is equal to sum of all frequencies in the row. So row total is equal to sum of all frequencies in the row, whereas column total is equal to sum of all frequencies in column total. So you can see the column total is equal to sum of all frequencies in the column, whereas n is equal to overall sample size. overall sample size. So this is expected frequency formula for obtaining the F naught, obtaining the observed frequency, obtain the observed frequency, row total multiply column total divided by n, whereas row total is the sum of all frequencies in row. How many frequencies are available, how much frequencies are available in row, whereas how much frequencies are available in column. So sum of the all frequencies will be observed and n is equal to overall sample size. Now after this, when we obtained the overall row total, column total, or we observe the observed frequency, now it's a dire need for making the decision, dire need for making the decision. So far we have to first check the rule of thumb. We can say we can see the decision rule. What will be the decision rule? So the decision rule is if the calculated value, is more than the critical value or the tabulated value, then accept the alternative hypothesis or reject the null hypothesis. If the calculated value is less than critical value or tabulated value, then accept the null hypothesis and reject the alternative hypothesis. So far decision rule concerns, as we already know, if chi-square calculated is greater than chi-square critical are u means critical are tabulated, then reject H naught, If chi-square calculated is greater than chi-square critical are tabulated, then reject H naught. Otherwise do not reject H naught. If calculated value is less than critical value, then accept the H naught and there's no need to reject the H naught. But in the case of if the calculated value of chi-square is more than the tabulated value of the chi-square, then in this case the reject the H naught. This is a basically decision rule, the rule of the thumb. So we can close the decision rule. So I think we comprehend the decision rule, where if the chi-square calculated, it means the result of the chi-square, obtained result of the chi-square, which is greater than the tabulated value of the chi-square, then reject the null hypothesis and accept the alternative hypothesis. If the chi-square result of the obtained result of the chi-square or the calculated value of the chi-square is less than the critical value of the chi-square, then accept the null hypothesis and reject the alternative hypothesis. So this is basically the rule of thumb. Now,